And we are live.
We're
What is
live.
up, Yoon fam? It is I, Mark Yoon, and I'm bringing another exciting video today. So, what we got is a nice, awesome podcast about comics, and I'm joined by the great Wyatt Holliday. And then never anything better could be said about Peter Gilmore art. Always great. The UK's top-selling Indiegogo campaign currently. And we
Get it right. Top and the highest grossing independent comics creator in the UK this year.
There you go. So, obviously, a better
Oh,
public speaker than myself as
2021.
well.
Which basically means I beat Joe Glass. Ha!
So we're
Which
gonna
is
start by introducing yourselves, and then we're gonna obviously take comments if they as they come through, and we're just gonna tell me a little bit about yourselves, what you got going on right now, and then later on in the show we're gonna promote your books, what's going on in Indiegogo right now. So
cool.
Wyatt, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Yeah, I'm Wyatt Holliday. I'm on, I don't know, I think fifth campaign as far as Indiegogo is concerned. Yeah, longtime comic fan ever since I was a kid. My mother taught me how to read in comics. I was 3 years old, and always enjoyed them. Dipped out here and there over the years, but always came back. It's always been something I wanted to do, and now here we are, right?
Indeed, we
So,
are. What about you, Peter?
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm in the UK, so it's a little bit different for me. We didn't have like Spider-Man and stuff like that when I was a really small kid. That kind of came later. You had to go to special shops to get Spider-Man.
They only had Captain Britain.
No, didn't even have that. Didn't because it's an American thing, isn't it? We had 2000 AD, which I loved. We had Hammer House of Horror magazine, which would have just all the comic artists from over there on your side of the pond would come over and just do these like retellings of Hammer horror movies in comic book form. Fantastic, like Dracula, Frankenstein, all that. Which is why I'm so much into horror. I think very likely. Um, First American comic I bought was the first appearance of Man-Bat, which I think is Detective Comics 400, maybe.
very
Wish I'd
cool.
still got it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's worth. Wish I'd still got it because it's worth a fucking fortune. But
Man-Bat's one of my favorite Batman villains, actually.
yeah, he's great and very very underused.
Mhm.
Um, and very yeah, I don't know. They kind of turned him into a bit of a goofy character now. He's
Well,
every
he's
time I see him,
awesome in
he's
the Arkham games.
yeah. Was it the last game with the mission where he's just flying around? You have to keep finding him.
Is that
Yeah, that was
Arkham
cool.
City or Arkham?
Arkham, Arkham
I have
City.
all three of them. I forget what it's called. Arkham Origins, maybe.
Four. There's
There's like
four,
three or
isn't there?
four of them. Yeah.
Yeah, four. It was the third one, I think. The third one. It was the one that had got the Mad Hatter,
Mm.
where yeah, you found the weird little tea party on the rooftop, and then everything blacked out, and then you suddenly yeah.
My first introduction of him was in the Batman animated series. I thought he was so cool in that I went out and bought the figure for him.
My
Mm.
first introduction to him was in a one of those book and record sets when I was a
Oh
kid.
God. Hello,
Hey man, if you're
Batmobile
not
too.
busy, we can send you a
Fourth one.
link so we can make this a even four if you want. So let me know in the
That,
comments. I'll send you a link if you want.
that was the fourth one, Mandy, and yeah, it was that weird Batmobile shit. Was no.
I
Uh,
hated the Batmobile missions where you had to like jump on the rooftops and stuff with the Batmobile. It was so, and the thing that I hated the most is like when you're facing off against like the Arkham Knight at the end of the game, you have to freaking fight him in the Batmobile. I'm like, this is so annoying. Like that was my most
yeah,
hated part of
it's
it.
like we've got a new feature to the game, new gameplay mechanic, so we're going to make you fucking use it.
Oh my
Hate
god.
that.
And it made the
Yeah.
Riddler trophies like way harder to get, like the Riddler statues by like using the grappling hook on the Batmobile and
Oh
having to,
yeah. That's kind of one of my favorite bits of the other games, finding all the Riddler trophies. That was kind of fun. You know, that's where you got all your like cameos and your Easter eggs and all that kind of shit. That was cool.
what do you play on, Pete? Because I have an Xbox and a PlayStation, so I can send you my
Hmm. I I'm trying to get an Xbox at the moment, but they're impossible to find. I don't want
what
one. I
the
don't want one
best
of
thing
those
to do.
Xbox. I don't want an Xbox One S. I don't want one of those.
You mean the Series S?
Series S. I don't want the Series S. I want the Series X.
I got the Series S just so I can play the exclusives because I have a PlayStation 5 already.
Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, someone else said to me earlier on, just get an S. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Not massively at the moment anyway. Maybe in 3 or 4 years you might.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get an X like maybe in like 2 or 3 years when it's like a little bit
when you can actually get
come by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine is an S, and it's fine.
Is it the 1S or is it the Series S? Because Xbox is horrible at naming consoles.
Yeah, truly are terrible.
It's an Xbox One. I know that.
Oh yeah, so we're talking about the Xbox Series S, which is like the newest.
That's
console.
a whole new thing, huh?
But
I think they're like what, $250, $300, something like that, aren't they?
What I did is I got mine at GameStop, which you can also do this at like Walmart or other retailers. They have this like it's called like the Xbox something.
Not available over here yet. What you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. So I got it. I paid $20 a month, and I got the system mailed to me, and I get 2 years of Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass.
That's what I'm trying. I was trying to get.
Perfect deal for me because I already had a PS5, so I didn't really like go too hard in the taint for it because I have a 360. That's the only other Xbox I have.
Yeah, I've got a PS4, but I did have a PS5 pre-ordered. I had a PS5 pre-ordered, and I could have got it on launch day, but I think I was in the middle of drawing Super Dead at the time.
Hey, Maki.
And I kind of looking at that, and I'm looking. We were going to do. I got to do Walt the Wizard and then Jack the Ripper, and I'm like, I'm not going to have time. Is it really worth spending all this money on something I'm not going to be able to use? Really?
Yeah.
Because all I use my PS4 for at the moment, I play the occasional thing, but mostly just have Amazon or something on streaming or YouTube.
Well, also it's a pretty cheap way to get a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player too. So
this is true. I have found myself using. I want to get the Game Pass for PC.
That's the good thing about Game Pass. They're even talking about making it come to Switch too.
I'd signed up for. I got that PlayStation Now, but use it on PC. PC, and you can use it on your phone and stuff as well. And that's got pretty much anything. It's got like the new God of War and all that kind of stuff on it.
I have the new God of War, and I've never even played it yet. I need to.
Yeah, I have like 3 or 4 games that are still in the shrink wrap.
Yeah.
So I just
same thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. I still haven't touched it yet. Days Gone, still haven't touched it yet.
Days Gone, I got like a third of the way through that and just realized it was like just the same over and over.
I want to buy Far Cry 6.
That's got the dude from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. But just because hold on, I'm getting a message.
Can't multitask.
Yeah,
is it from the future?
Yeah. You guys need to
from the aliens.
You guys need to beg bother Mandy to come on. A buddy of mine, Mike Caprati, did the artwork for that, so I kind of feel that I need to buy it.
Oh man.
But in those games, I don't really play the games. I just like run around and try to find like alligators and sharks and shit. Like that's what I do in those games.
Any game with water or the ocean, there has to be sharks. If there isn't sharks, then what are you doing?
Oh yeah, it's like my favorite part of GTA is like you just run out and get eaten by a great white.
Yeah, did that so many times. That's awesome.
So good.
Yeah, and I was playing the Forest. Have you played the Forest? That survival game?
No.
Yeah, it's like you plane crash and then you've got to survive basically.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
There's weird cannibals and sharks and stuff and monsters and.
I do have Man-Eater though on PS5, which I've
got Man-Eater as well. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that game.
Yeah, I gotta pop that in.
They've done a new expansion where it's like space sharks or some shit. It's weird.
Nice.
I'm not interested in that, but
the problem is that like since my channel is mainly about video games, I only play for the channel and then like once a week when I have time. And then I just get so drunk I don't remember what I'm playing anyway. And I'm like,
we haven't even mentioned Soul Calibur yet.
So Soul Calibur is like the main thing I talk about.
That was Soul Blade, Soul Calibur. Always.
Welcome back to the stage of history, eternally retold.
Is that the one with Rock? Is Rock in that? Is that Rock in that one or
Rock? Yeah, Rock is from the first one. Yeah, Soul Blade, and he's been in every single one since.
Yeah. You can just do that really
Except
spammy.
for
And then,
this one.
you know that move
Except
where
for
he does
Soul Calibur
that.
6.
He does that with the action.
Yeah.
Just use that over and over. And no
The
one can
thing
do
is
anything
like they're
about it.
trying to bring it. The Soul Calibur 6 was a reboot of the franchise. It's a new timeline. And they're trying to figure out how to bring Rock back because his original backstory is he's from England and like goes to like America, but he like befriends the natives and like kind of steals their culture. So a lot of people are like, they don't want to see that. And I'm like,
does it fucking matter?
I don't care.
Look, I'm a huge fan.
He's a dude with a rhino head and a giant like hammer. Like nobody cares.
In a video game.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of Ivy, and I'm waiting for all that to get toned down.
Ivy was the best. You know what? You know the story behind Ivy, right? In Soul Calibur 2, because she's always on the cover, and in Soul Calibur 2, someone complained to the artist and said, "You're making her boobs too big." So he wanted to get away with it and see if he can get away with it. So every single game, he's made her breasts increasingly larger to see if anyone notices.
That's how Power Girl's boobs got so big.
Power Girl's awesome.
Freaking the artist, I forget who it was at the time exactly, but the artist at the time, he
That's
just decided.
Sorry. I was just answering a comment.
He said that he didn't think the editors paid attention, so he just figured every issue he'd start making her boobs bigger and bigger and bigger until they finally noticed. And then finally one day the editor said, "Hey, what's up with the tits?" And that's apparently where it stopped. And yeah.
I just love in Justice League Unlimited where like Supergirl meets Power Girl for the first time, or Gally, whatever she's called in that. And she like looks down at her chest and she's like, "She's me, just more grown." You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I love Frank Cho's Power Girl.
Yeah. Sir John asks, do you think that Greek mythology doesn't translate well to video games? The switch to Norse mythology was bizarre. I mean, they do in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it translates super well. That's my favorite Assassin's Creed.
There was an old
I have that,
game.
but I've not played.
There was an old
it's
game.
A great game, Wyatt.
There was an old game that was kind of like Samurai Warriors, but it was set Greek mythology. And I wish I could remember the name of it. It was fantastic.
It was really, like a Musu game like that, where you run around and defeat hordes of
enemies. Yeah. You could be Achilles. You could be various different characters.
Samurai Warriors is freaking awesome.
Achilles and all of them are in Warriors Orochi.
Is it?
It's Samurai Warriors, Warriors Orochi, which is like all the Samurai Warriors, all the Dynasty Warriors characters. And I think there's also like Greek mythology characters in there too. I think Achilles.
Well, I think that game was made by the same people.
Yeah, it is made by the same people.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like that game because like you can unlock like Ryu Hayabusa, Ayane, and Kasumi from Dead or Alive, and like Rachel and Momiji. There's like a lot of characters that are.
Yeah, the third one you can unlock a lot of characters from Soul Calibur.
Yeah, and Soul Calibur, right? There's like Sophitia. There's So like, I love that game. That's great.
Yeah, I love those games. Yeah, they're awesome.
My favorite Musu game is probably Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage, the second Fist of the North Star game, and maybe Berserk, Band of the Hawk. That's a great one too. You have to fight through all the levels of hell. It's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Excuse me.
We need a Conan the Barbarian game like that.
I mean, yeah. I'm not playing a Conan game unless the guy punches a camel.
This is true. He got into I remember all the trouble with that.
Yeah, dude, the sound the camel made was hilarious. Arnold just gets scared, turns around, knocks this camel out, and goes, and it's like,
and they kept it in and then tried to lie saying he didn't actually punch it.
Oh yeah, they were like, oh, it was in the script. It's like, no, you can tell Arnold got scared and just like knocked that thing out.
Yeah. There was a few things that happened in those Conan movies that weren't supposed to, but they kept them in.
Yeah. Solar495 asks, who are your favorite superheroes? Mine is Spider-Man. Are you talking about just specifically the big two, or are you talking about like Image and everything in between? Because I'd probably have to say Spawn or Venom for me.
If I had to pick a superhero from the big two, I'd go with Batman. But Judge Dredd is pretty fucking cool.
Judge Dredd is cool, yeah.
I weirdly like Sinestro. I think Sinestro is fantastic. I think it's just it's just a cool idea. Yeah. The whole Green Lantern thing, Blackest Night's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I wasn't actually a huge Green Lantern fan, besides a little bit here and there, like the Death of Superman, when like Hal became like that weird version of Parallax.
Yeah.
But when it got
Emerald
like,
Twilight,
the new reboot with Blackest Night, and like the Red Lantern Corps was brought in and all that stuff, and I thought that was amazing.
Yeah. Got Van Sciver to thank for most of that. Most of the new coloured rings and stuff.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to Mark Poland about that, and he was like, he wrote those Green Lantern, or he drew those Green Lantern books, right? And I was like, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like, I should have got him to sign them then while I was there.
I think my favorite thing that he's done was, and I always get it wrong because there's a movie with a similar name. It's Trail of the Gun. Yes, not Way of the Gun. Way of the Gun's the movie.
Right.
There's nothing to do with Catwoman. But Trail of the Gun. There's one page where it's like, I think it's like there's like a library and there's like a wrought iron spiral staircase, and he's literally drawn every fucking thing, and it's fantastic.
I'm gonna have to look.
It's a great looking book. The whole book looks awesome. And you know that is it Heritage auctions that have comic pages for sale?
Yeah.
There's like four or five pages from that book on there for sale at the moment. But I ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah, some of those can go pretty pricey. That's for sure.
It's weird. Some of them are like go for like $400, and then some of them are like, 7,000.
I'm still trying to figure out how I can get that poster of that new print you did. Like that's like my #1 goal in life right now. That'll go right in my office. I'll put that thing up right there in a frame.
Still don't know what we're doing when we're giving it away. What we're doing.
I told Mandy, let's do a giveaway, and I'll do the countdown. But
yeah,
I'll just spam the chat myself.
Trouble is, there's like a 5-second delay.
Yeah, that's true.
Between the two, so you'd never get it.
That is true.
That always used to annoy us we used to play on Xbox Live, we used to play Rainbow Six quite a lot. The old one, not the new shitty one. Like the old one where you had to like play it properly,
Yeah.
One bullet would kill you, that sort of thing. So we used to do that, and we're deadly serious. I think we were like the #2 like clan in the world or some shit like that. We were pretty good. But you'd have to like time entries into the rooms. So you'd all be there with your guns waiting, and someone would get like a flashbang ready. You'd open the door, and then because we're all in different places all over the country and the world and whatever, it's like 3, 2, 1, go, and then like nothing will happen. One dude will start shooting, then the door will open, then 5 seconds later the fucking grenade gets thrown, and it's all just, and then he just obliterates. So we'd have to work it out. So so such and such a guy, we'll do a countdown from 5. One person goes on 4, and then someone's going to wait till 2, and then someone waits till 1. Just so that we spent hours trying to figure out the lag delay. And then I got new internet, and it ruined it all because I went to work it all out again.
Michael Garcia asked, are there Golden Age superheroes that are in public domain? I think maybe just the Phantom, but I think he's actually owned by somebody, isn't he?
Yeah, there are Golden Age superheroes that are public domain.
There's quite a few. There's a few you probably never heard of.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that never got used for much of anything. So
I mean, like
a lot of them, Dynamite recently brought back with that Project Superpowers, I believe, was that series.
Yeah,
I mean, they used a lot of Golden Age.
The original Daredevil.
Yeah, like the Golden Age Daredevil.
He's still public domain.
Did you guys see that that Mark Poland got the rights from the family to have Roddy Piper in U.S. Assassin Volume 4?
I
saw that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No, so long as he gets to put a pair of sunglasses on, I don't care.
Rocky Ford asks or says the Xbox Series S should be like a backup for the Xbox Series X. I don't really agree with that because, like, for me, I'm primarily on PlayStation. So it's easy for me to have the Xbox Series S digitally download on Game Pass, the day one exclusive. So I don't have to buy games, because if you have Game Pass, it comes there and you just pay for Game Pass and I can just download whatever I want. But also, if you can go into developer mode in the Xbox Series S, and it becomes like the world's best emulation machine, and it's totally legal. There's a dev mode. There's a developer mode. You pay $20 for one licensing fee. You become technically an Xbox developer, and you just load it on your load it up with emulators from your computer.
Mm-hmm. Sneaky.
Yeah,
sneaky.
And it's totally legal too. They actually allow it. So
that's weird.
Solarfish says, "How about the Shadow? Is he public domain?"
Yes,
No.
I think so. I think he is, isn't he?
I thought the Shadow got bought by some company because I've seen Shadow comics.
Shadow is owned by a company called Condé Nast, which is the same company that owns Doc
right.
Savage.
Oh,
The thing is that some of the Shadow, I need to make a video about this, about trademark and copyright stuff, because I used to
that'd be interesting
work
to
for a
watch.
trademark attorney.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because I'm not too well versed on it myself.
So, but it's kind of like, it's one of those situations where some of the stories are going to go into public domain at a certain time, but the character itself is trademarked. So, and trademarks don't expire, so you're going to have a situation, and you're not. I need to make a video on this.
Conan
I've been thinking about it for a while.
Conan and Sherlock Holmes.
You run into that same problem with Tarzan.
Yeah. But weirdly, Tarzan's son isn't copyrighted.
My favorite thing is when artists
never thought Korak was that interesting.
I love when I know a couple artists that actually just put copyright next to like their characters and they actually never pay to actually get it copywritten. I'm like, how does that work?
To be fair, there is that thing where once you've created it, it's yours.
Don't you have to like mail an unknown copy?
No, that's all bullshit.
No.
Once you've designed something and put it out there, then it's yours. It's
by American law now. And Pete's right. It's probably the same there too, I'm sure. But
it is,
just by virtue of creating something and putting it out there, you own the right. And filing a copyright with the Copyright Office, all that really does is back you up better in court.
I got you.
So technically, yes.
I mean, nowadays you can get away with using, like, whenever you first created like a file on your computer, because the metadata, no matter how much you screw with it and how clever you are, the original metadata is still in there. You can't do much about that. So that's always got the date it was created as well.
Rocky, why you always got to ask me these in-depth questions? If Soul Calibur 7 is taking place in a different timeline around Soul Calibur 2 or 3, does that mean it's going back in time to Soul Calibur 2 and Soul Calibur 3, but not a reboot? No. Soul Calibur 6 is a reboot in a new timeline that takes place during the timeline of Soul Calibur 1 after Soul Edge. So it's going up to the timeline of Soul Calibur 2 and 3, but it's a brand new timeline, just like Soul Calibur 6. It's going in a completely different direction. You're going to see new characters and new people. It's not a reboot of 2 and 3. It's just going through the same time. I've said that a million times on my channel.
So you need to put that in the description of every video.
Hey, you need to put that in your ticker down there.
Yeah. Right? No, I'm just gonna put this useless super chats are appreciated, even though I never get them.
No.
I get them like on my birthday, and that's like about it when I do like a birthday stream.
Nice.
There was a time when when I first started streaming, I would get quite a bit. Like I would get like maybe $100 a video, a live stream, whatever. And now I don't get them from anybody. But I do have a few members of my channel that join. So no, it's fine, Rocky. You're fine. I'm just like twisting your nuts.
Perhaps people
dick twist.
Yeah.
Twister. Fucking dude.
He's like, I'm still gonna do it the Aussie accent because like that's how I hear it in my head. When he's just like, oh man, we're at an MMA fight. Twister.
It's not an Aussie accent.
No, he just like goes that bit you think
he just says nerd.
He goes into
that is college bro
kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe it's just wrong.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, yeah.
Everyone watching will not have a clue what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just Google.
Thank you. I love you. I love your face. I have to do it just like Mandy. Ready? Oh, thanks, love bug. We got $5 from Mandy Summers. Oh, here you go, kiddos. Running wild, so I can't join, but still listening in. Thank you.
You sound like the dude in Family Guy who likes it when the paper comes.
The pedophile.
Sonny.
Here, come over here.
I hope you brought me some good news.
Mandy, I do that with complete total love and admiration. I'm sorry for butchering your accent.
So you're saying that Mandy sounds like the Family Guy pedo?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Man, you're gonna be in trouble now, dude.
I can't do his whistle though. Can you do the whistle teeth where he's like, "Hey, shush." I can't do that. I love your face, Mandy.
You promised some good news.
Mr. Hanky did.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I'm actually really good at accents, but like when I'm like nervous, my accents are horrible. Matt says Mandy's voice makes me laugh. No offense. I'm gonna ban you now forever. I know you're a member and you paid to be on my channel, but
you
now
just
you're banned.
you just compared it to a cartoon paedophile. You can't get out of it by banning people now. You can't worm your way back in.
People are like, you should have more subscribers. How come you don't have more subscribers? It's because I ban everybody. Like if somebody
Mr.
pisses me
Herbert.
off, I just ban them. I'm not banning you, Matt. I'm just playing, by the way. It's a joke.
95 was a good year.
95 was a good what?
95 was a good year.
1995? Yeah.
It was.
I mean, as someone who's born in the early 80s, I rather enjoyed the 90s because I was a teenager. So I miss them.
I don't really remember the 90s. I was chemically induced during the 90s quite heavily.
I always joke on like Mandy's stream or with Mary that like the 1990s was when I just slayed all the little Christian girls in my church.
Oh, I completely missed all of comics in the 90s.
I was passing my peen around like a hot dog stand at a football game.
I was into comics in the 70s and early 80s, and then like from the mid 80s to I don't know whenever I missed comics because beer and pussy.
Mandy, what did you guys say my new nickname was, Mandy? I forget what it was. It was like, do you remember? I completely forgot.
It was something to do with your appearance on a certain show.
Oh, Mari?
Yeah, it was something to do with that. It was what was it? What was the word you kept saying that he said at the end and made you cringe? Banging. Yeah, that was it. Banging Mark Yoon. I think that was one. Then there was another one, but one of them was definitely banging Mark Yoon or Mark banging Yoon.
By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed to Mandy Summers' channel, you need to go ahead and do that. She has an amazing channel, and Pete and Wyatt are often on there as well on her streams, and I make the occasional appearance.
Yeah, we've got a really good show coming up on Thursday.
If you actually like my channel, then go to her thing. I didn't get a DM and notice for the channel on the Thursday one. Was that a private DM? I guess that wasn't a part of
what
the Thursday show.
No, Wednesday next one we've got a good show coming. Well, it's I'm not allowed to talk about it. I don't want to
look at you now. You're here spilling the bit. Yeah, you're gonna be in trouble too.
I started talking and now I've realised I should stop talking. Otherwise, I'm going to be murdered.
Oh, by the way, Mandy.
See, but just by that, now I know what it is. So
by the way, Mandy,
well, you do know what it is. Yeah.
That Pirate Queen piece I'm doing for you, it should be done this week. So it should be done in a few days. Let's see. Solar Flare 95 says, "What comic book character do you guys think deserves more spotlight?" My vote goes to Ghost Rider.
What Jack the Ripper?
Jack the Ripper. There you go.
Jack the Ripper and
who's the main character from Heroin Adventure, Wyatt? The big booby girl. Atlas.
Ava Atlas.
Ava Atlas.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to do it like Valiant Random Brigade.
Speaking of which, let's take a moment to promote these amazing guys, and let's take a look at some of their campaigns they have going on right now.
I want to see the Heroin Adventure trailer voiced by Mandy. Ava Atlas, y'all, she got them big old titties.
So here is Heroin Adventure Magazine #1, and Wyatt, why don't you tell us a little bit about this book before we play the trailer?
Yeah, this is a true throwback. We were talking earlier about the Shadow, Doc Savage, things like that. This is a true throwback to those type of stories, those magazines that were hugely popular throughout. I mean, like they first came around in the late 1800s, but popular throughout the early 20th century. And this is a pulp story along those lines. So as you can see, we have a nice cast of characters there.
Yeah.
That's an extra book that every backer gets as well. And then that's part of the big perk. That book, that's another book that comes with
Don't wave the mouse pointer over the boobs and say big perk.
with the biggest perk. And as you can see, we got a lot of good stuff there, including an original page of TypeScript.
Oh, I thought like you actually get a typewriter.
No,
No typewriter, I'm afraid.
If you back that perk, Wyatt will come down and throw a typewriter at you.
And
Yeah, I'll come to your house and freaking type a page and then hand it to you and leave.
I think when you're
Typewriter
reading this
tucked under
book, too,
my arm.
guys, you're gonna have your own stretch goals, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
But no, you do get an original TypeScript page.
That's a cool little
On
aspect.
a 1940 Underwood. So
that typewriter was owned by a serial killer who accidentally cut his finger while typing, and now it's possessed.
Let's take a look at the
and
trailer.
now it's been given to me, and it's all mine, and no one else
has the
touch
power.
it.
Wyatt
I have the power.
Wyatt, this trailer is a 0 out of 10 if it doesn't start out with dive into adventure.
No, Clint did not make this trailer. I actually made the trailer, and someone else did the voiceover. A buddy of ours, Valiant Renegade, did the voiceover.
Let's take a look.
So.
Ava Atlas, born with enhanced bone and muscle density, has
That's not the
trained
only
her
thing that's
entire
enhanced.
life to protect the world as a veritable pulp superwoman. A sinister mastermind, shrouded in myth, rises from the shadows, along with his faceless fanatics, threaten everything she holds dear. Aided by an occult investigator who defeated the villain once before, using a mysterious pocket watch powered by blood. Ava must uncover dark designs before a clawed hand grips the globe. In the world's first ever pulp heroines magazine.
Very, very, very cool.
So yeah, the trailer sums it up pretty well. Yeah, we got some cool characters in there, cool heroes, cool villains. It's done pretty well. I think we're just shy of $8,000 on. I wanted to try something a little different. I've been a fan of pulp magazines and a collector since I was about 15.
I used to read heavy metal back in the day.
Read.
So yeah, we're doing pretty good, man. I'm not the highest grossing UK artist of 2021, but we are, in fact, the #1 best-selling pulp magazine or novel on Indiegogo in history. So that's pretty awesome.
That's an amazing.
Not a steep hill to climb, but you know what? We're at the top of it. So
yeah,
damn straight.
And you have one more project that you're working on right now on Indiegogo, right? So we'll talk about that a little bit as well before we get to Jack the Ripper.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, this one's actually a comic. As all my projects prior, this is a comic book. This is a 64-page graphic novel, Eternal Armor. In short, the story is that about 10 years prior to this, a fisherman and his son found something shining out on the lake. The water was low due to a recent drought. They go out there. It's the top of this robot head sticking out of the water. Scientists are called out. They excavate it and begin to study it, as they often do. And they hire they recruit a pilot to begin testing the robot. And soon after, some bad guys come. I don't want to reveal I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but one of our protagonists, his brother, was the pilot that they had originally recruited, and he died during the first attack. And it's some years later now, and the villains are returning. One of our heroes here, Kaito, he's grown now, and now it's kind of like a test run.
This is the shortest skirt I think I've ever seen in
test
comics.
run. Oh yeah, man!
And I'm here for it.
The wind's got a little bit to do with it. So
every shot,
that tricky winds, dude.
I am here for it.
So
those Eastern.
Yeah,
winds.
she's our other protagonist, Mika. We actually have two protagonists in this story who have their own. They will know each other, but their storylines are independent of each other. And so she's our other character.
Mandy Summers did a trading card for it. That's cool.
Yeah, Mandy Summers did the trading card for one of our stretch goals. Yeah.
Drawn by Mandy, colored by a fucking genius.
Colored by Peter, yes. Yep, absolutely. Much like the Pulp magazine, Heroin Adventure, we have quite a few goodies here. I wanted to do something a little different. This was my first time ever wanting, stretching out into kind of some of the weird rails like Lunchbox and shit.
Since it's a manga, you got to get the voiceover should be Clint Holinsky with a Japanese accent. Into adventure.
Pretty sure you're not allowed to do that.
Well, yeah. This one, I lost 5 points because it does not have a voiceover. It loses 5 points on the Malin scale. So
I should have did it for you in Japanese, like literally.
But Mandy actually made this trailer, so she did
Mandy
not do a voiceover for it, but she did make the trailer. So
let's check it out.
I was like, "Here, do this and this and this," and she put it together.
Some kaiju action. Oh, this is the trailer that had my YouTube opening. I remember.
No, that's funny. Yes.
Song is such a banger, though.
Double bass pedal going on.
By me, writer and creator of some other stuff, and covers by Kenan White and Preston Acevedo. You can find him on Indiegogo. I feel like Clint doing the voiceover now.
Got giant robots, y'all.
It's a good trailer.
Very good, very good. Yeah, man, I've seen it a lot of times. But
it hits me so hard because my subscribers know that I use that intro on my channel for like a year. And so like now I just like see my opening trailer like for the longest time. I ended up getting rid of it because people were like, your intro is too long, because it was like like a minute. But,
yeah.
But yeah, it looks really dope. Yeah, Solar Flare would probably back this book because he's really into like the Japanese style manga books, and also he loves kaiju stuff. Like he's a huge Gojira fan and stuff like that.
I grew up a huge fan of Mazinger Z when it was coming on in the States as Transor Z when I was a kid. And so I wanted, at least in the beginning, you guys will see. You guys will see it evolve. But in the beginning, I wanted all the robots to have kind of a 70s super robot style. But if you're into things like Macross and Gundam, and you want to see a war story that plays out over the course of what we're going to do with this, then you're really going to like this. Like I say, I wanted the robots to look 70s when we started because that's really where the genre begins, but that's not necessarily where we're going to end up. So
the question
it's going to be a fun ride.
The question is, if there was ever a movie or a TV series made of it, would you have dudes in suits with like a miniature city?
Oh, you got to go full Super Sentai like Power Rangers.
Yeah,
that.
You got it. Yeah. Or would you
And
go with
will- and
CGI,
will they
CGI
jump?
or dudes in suits pretending to
And
be
will they
huge?
jump before the projectiles even hit the ground in front of them? That is the most important thing.
Well, it depends on if it's being produced by Haynes Saban or not, right?
Well, Hasbro
have them
doesn't
all in-
now. Saban doesn't have the rights to Power Rangers anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's owned and being done by Hasbro. Apparently, they're making 2 new series this year. One is going to be the traditional Power Rangers, but now completely made by them in house, and they're also doing a more adult version for us
Oh.
older fans.
Well, that's
An
cool.
adult version.
Is,
Directed by Axel Braun. Fantastic.
is Power Rangers more like your age range, Mark?
Yeah, it started in like 1992 or 3, I think, and like I was like 10 at the time, so like I was like,
Yeah, I was.
I was
It
the
would
perfect
come on when I
demographic.
was getting. It come on when I was getting dressed for school when I was in like 10th grade.
I was
And,
20. I was 20.
So I'd watch it while I was getting ready for school. But
That's back in the day when like they had like a lot of Americans' first introduction to anime because they had like Dragon Ball in the morning and then Sailor Moon would come on afterwards. And I knew it was time for the bus to get ready when like the first commercial for Sailor Moon would come on.
My first introduction to anime was someone said to me, watch this, and gave me a disc with nothing written on it. And I put it into my PC and it got Legend of the Overfiend.
oh
that's
shit!
that's a great one.
And I think, is it La Blue Girl or LA Blue Girl? Like Blue Girl?
It's
It's
I
like,
think it's
dude,
taken a while, yeah.
Yeah, just disgusting. But, you know,
Yeah.
then I discovered the good stuff.
You know what's a
Which
good
is-
one?
Oh
Have you ever seen Mad Bull 34?
No.
no, never heard.
When I
of it.
talk good stuff, I'm talking like,
Oh, it's good bad. It's
Bebop,
like
Shampoo, and that kind of stuff.
it's like Mad Bull 34 is so like raunchy. Like it's about like a Japanese cop who comes to New York City and teams up with like this like really like he's called like the Bull because he's like this huge guy and just like bashes in people's brains and stuff. And he like shows up to this robbery at a supermarket and this guy's trying to rob this girl and he's not armed, but Mad Bull just like shoots him in the face with a shotgun. So then the girl
Nice.
goes into shock and he's like, "Hey, Daijabura, stick your thumb up her ass. She'll get out of shock." And then he like does it and she like smacks him and is like, "You poivet." It's so good.
If you don't
Wow.
count things like Voltron and things like that, my actual introduction to anime was probably, I think, Fist of the North Star. Fist of the North Star, Vampire Hunter D, both of those came out here around the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
So-
Fist of the North Star was my first anime I ever watched back in the 80s before I got into Dragon Ball even. Because it came out in
That's
1982.
it's a legend, man.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
think I'm one of the few fans of Initial D.
Initial D is not bad. I also
Initial-
really liked Slam Dunk back in the day. But Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust is one of my favorite movies. So
It's a good one.
yeah, I love that movie. I mean, that's back in our like Ninja Scroll and stuff, man. You can't beat that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have to, because you couldn't get it over here. So we used to just like share discs, you know, put stuff on disc and like, what's this? And yeah, you just pass through everyone's hands.
Yeah, when I was
Yeah,
young,
I remember when the majority of YouTube, when it was fairly new, was just a
Anime
shitload of bootleg Dragon Ball Z episodes.
it's all Dragon Ball Z with Linkin Park in the background. Oh man, yeah. Back in when I was watching anime, we didn't really have it here on TV yet because I was watching Dragon Ball in the 80s, and my uncle at the time lived in Japan, so he would send me like the fan sub tapes. So they were just like a VHS tape with like a sticker on the side, and they would have like 3 or 4 episodes on it. And that was how I got it. But they were recorded directly off the TV because he recorded them himself. So like it would have the Japanese commercials and everything, and it was the best. Like you'd get like the Pocky commercials, like Blue Nico, and you'd have like the McDonald's Japanese commercials with Japanese Ronald McDonald. It was my favorite. They're so good.
Japanese running. Yeah, I've seen some of those.
And
Yeah, great.
their actual video cassette format was the same as ours, wasn't it?
Yeah. My wife, she grew up in Seoul in South Korea, and she always makes me laugh because like I'll sing I'll hum like the Sailor Moon theme song, but to her that was like anime was regular cartoons for them growing up, right? because like
Yeah.
South Korea is only like an hour away from Japan, from Tokyo. So she like sings all the theme songs in Korean, and I get a kick out of it.
Nice.
Oh man, yeah. Anybody that grew up in like that was a teenager in the 90s remembers all those anime AMVs. It's all Dragon Ball with just Linkin Park. That's like literally all it was. And now we are going to take a look at another awesome book that I hope you guys are going to check out.
Which one?
This is a book about a girl from the Midwest, Jacqueline the Stripper. I don't know if you know about her.
No.
That was a ride over joke from one Mandy's stream. We had to bring it in.
You see, people make the joke about Jack the Stripper.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was horrible. He was a nasty person. He was like, yeah.
I feel like now we have to defend him because people on Twitter keep coming at us for like making books about him. So
yeah. Oh no, not Jack the Ripper. Jack the Stripper was an actual.
Oh, Jack the Stripper.
It was an actual. Yeah, he was a serial RAPist.
Oh,
he was a horrible piece.
Oh no.
He was nasty. So everyone like, oh, Jack the Stripper. That's funny. No, it's not.
This awesome book is illustrated by the great Peter Gilmore and written by Mandy.
Gilgo. Yeah, that's me.
It's the hangover, man. I'm sorry. My mouth is like dry as hell.
Sorry,
It's the most legendary horror book of 2021, brother.
I know.
Probably is.
Of all time.
It could be the highest grossing horror book.
That is a really cool number too. You got 888 backers. That is nice.
Yeah.
So why don't you take us through this, Pete?
It's kind of what it says. You know, the title says it all. Jack the Ripper isn't. He's not a brutal killer. He's out defeating vampires. All these Victorian prostitutes that he's killing off are actual vampires. So there's like a thing over here. It was like in the 60s through the 80s, the Highgate vampire. Highgate Cemetery in London was inhabited by this vampire.
These interiors are amazing.
They're better now. They're even better than that now because I've done more magic on them. Yeah, so we've got the Highgate vampire. He's a legendary figure. He's a powerful vampire. Been around for a long time. He needs to rest up now though because he looks like a monster and he can't go out in public anymore. He can't, sneak around the streets and, drink blood and things like that. Sneak up, whisk people away because anyone who sees him just screams. So he needs to rest up. So he's trying to get out of the country back to wherever he came from to rest up properly. So he's built up this kind of army of vampire whores, because who better to wander the streets at night than a whore, because they were it was commonplace. No one would think twice about some woman taking a man off down an alleyway, and little do they know he's getting his neck chomped. But Jack is basically he's trying to track down the Highgate vampire whilst defeating these vampire whores that are getting sent after him. And while that's going on, we've got a detective trying to track down, and the police trying to track down Jack. So there's a lot of stuff going on. In fact, so much so that we were praying we hit 50k because we got a stretch goal to extend it by 8 pages.
Mm-hmm.
We needed those 8 pages. Otherwise it would have been a bit too rushed, I think.
Should we watch the trailer, do you think?
Do it, yeah. Another trailer made by Mrs. Summers, Mandy. See,
Excellent.
should just played the trailer. That explains it all much easier. I get confused as to what we've said and what we haven't, so I'm never quite sure what to say, because I could easily just drop a massive spoiler without meaning to. Yeah, it's like, see, she's popped back up again. Now she heard her name again. She's there. Hi, Mandy.
I know. I wish she would just join us for the stream.
Trust me, if the kiddos are running around being hooligans, that's not happening.
Yeah. A mommy's job is never done.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome with the campaign. We've also still got War of the Wizard is still available, but that's starting fulfillment now. So,
Is that in demand, Wart?
Yeah. It's been in demand for a while now. It's now that Pirate Queen's all fulfilled. Mandy's taking a bit of a break, even though I know she doesn't want to. But it's like, stop it. Just calm down. You don't.
I'm not gonna let her. I'm gonna force her to do a book with me. I'm gonna be like, Mandy, you can write an outline. I'll finish writing it just so I can slap your name on it.
Yeah. Good luck.
Mandy could just give me a script of a blank page that says "girl with big breasts," and I'll just do the whole thing and say written by Mandy Summers.
Breastises.
Breastises.
Yeah.
No, I've been trying. My goal for this year is to draw a bunch more books because I'm trying to get away from having to work retail if I can help it. Because I'm a manager at GameStop and like it's too grueling on me. I just want to draw.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Wyatt and I were talking about maybe doing something soon.
It's so tiring. I love it. I was a chef for years. I went to art school and all that stuff, and then accidentally fell into being a chef. Did that for years, and then thought, no, screw this, I'm stopping. So I quit work and did it the wrong way. I just quit work and said, right, I'm an artist now. I'm just a full-time artist.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I mean, like, because the problem is with working like retail is like they always say one thing, but it's a different story. Like my regional manager and district manager is always like, yeah, we got plenty of people in the store. So, you only have to work like 20 hours a week. And I end up working like 40 or 50. And then like when I come home, I don't want to draw. I'm just tired.
Well, that's it. I mean, one of the reasons I quit being a chef was the hours were fucking insane,
Yeah.
But I work more hours now. Way more hours.
But it's more rewarding. Like I'd rather sit in my office and draw all day.
Absolutely.
Put on some music, have my window open, nice breeze, and just draw.
Oh,
Pete will tell you about me on freaking what it used to look like on Friday nights when we'd have promo streams on Mandy's channels and they'd run late till like 11. I'd be done, man. I think I fell asleep like twice. So by the end of the week, I'm done, man. I'm just
between day job and living on.
We did the closeout campaign together for what was that, Pirate Queen?
Jack the Ripper. No,
was it Jack the Ripper?
No, it wasn't Jack the Ripper. Oh yeah, it was it? I don't know anymore.
I don't remember. So many live streams. But that one,
it was Jack the Ripper.
What was it, like 3 a.m. or something like that? It was like a 5 or 6 hour stream.
Yeah, that was super late.
Oh yeah. It was like 9 in the morning here.
I did that with Mark Pullen and a bunch of people too for US Assassin Volume 2, I believe, and we went like really late. It was hilarious though because like that was my first like long live stream, and I wasn't used to StreamYard yet, so they always joke that they heard my stream on stream because it was in my New York apartment, which is like a box. So my bathroom was like right across from my office, and I didn't mute my mic or anything, and just like got up and left, and you just hear me peeing like for like a minute straight, and like I come back and everyone's cracking up on like Polton and like McMahon and stuff, and Sean aren't. They're all like cracking up. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, we just heard you pee for like a minute straight.
Nice.
I was like, oh,
it's like when you get up to leave the room and then you come back and for some reason your screen's like full screen. And everyone's talking about how you disappeared behind the shelves.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. So
yeah. In the freaking.
The one time I forgot to. Normally I mute myself and I turn the camera off. And the one time I forget, Summers takes advantage.
Yes, she did. And somebody said his shelf looked British.
Yeah.
I don't know. Looking at it, there's nothing British on there. I don't think.
I know, it's just funny.
It is hilarious.
Yeah. I don't think there's
You can't tell what
anything
anything
super.
is. Got a creature from the bottom of the game there.
I don't think there's anything super British on it either. It's just funny to say.
Spudderman. Spudderman's quite cool.
I want to show you a picture because I don't think, Pete, that we saw it on the campaign page.
What?
Your newest one that I want desperately.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Oh, that little thing.
That little thing. I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. I can show you the picture. I can. Oh, you're going to show it.
Yeah, I think I can bring it up. Let's. I don't want to dox anybody. Hold on.
Look, we can see your DM to Mandy. What are you saying there?
Let's get out of here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too many tabs open.
Uh-oh. Good to hear.
I think it's like
just a big
there we
panel of dick pics up the side.
Look how awesome that is.
Some of these pages, I can kind of do a page in 2 days ish. Well, like 2 pages over 3 days when I'm flying. But like pages like that was like I think 4 days, 5.
Yeah,
days,
because when I'm doing like an interior page, I can finish a whole page in like a day, like pencil and ink. But then when it comes to like those pinups, I take my time and do like 3, 4, 5 days.
Yeah, I'm kind of drawing this book with because we are going to do an oversized artist edition eventually. So I'm drawing it with that in mind. So I'm kind of every panel is almost like doing a pin-up on its own, a whole. I kind of have to put that detail into it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm cheating people if I don't. It's like the last page we showed off a page there, and I was looking at it afterwards and thinking I need to do more backgrounds on those. So that's gone. I've got a list of pages I need to go back to put more stuff in.
You know what? Mandy's not here, and neither is Clint. But in their honor, I think we should take a look at Pirate Queen 2 because we have to watch the trailer.
Dive
into adventure.
You remember when I told him he sounded like Seth Rogen, and he was like so caught off guard? It's like, do I really?
Did you ever see the trailer for the first Pirate Queen?
No, I have not.
Clint discovered the special effect in Windows Movie Maker. That Windows Movie Maker. He discovered the special, so it's literally just explosions.
The first Pirate Queen trailer is why this one exists, because
maybe we'll have to watch
so
that
much
too.
shit about it.
But it was awesome. It was
awesome.
Dive into adventure with the Pirate Queen. Plunge your sword deep into that pirate booty. Stare in awe of that magnificent pirate chest. The Pirate Queen races across the universe in another all-out, action-packed galactic adventure. Don't miss out! The Pirate Queen!
Some results may vary. See doctor for details. Do not take if you're present or operating heavy machinery.
Do not take it pregnant.
Do they have the link to the first Pirate Queen on there?
You should be able to find it if you just search.
Yeah, if you just go into Mandy's.
You can look at Mandy's. Yeah.
Don't forget that opens in a new window though when you click that, so we can't see it unless you share the window again.
Oh, you can't see this?
No. I did it the other day I was on fucking Malin's channel. And I'm there clicking through stuff and going, yeah, look at this, and Malin's like, we can't see it. And I'm like, what? Yeah, it opens in a new tab, doesn't it, when you click that thing for some reason.
All right, so where do I go to campaigns?
You go to campaigns.
Is it clickable?
No, over on the
here.
Above her picture. Yeah.
The only campaign I ever did was on Kickstarter, so I'm still getting used to Indiegogo.
So yeah, it should be. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I got to get my hands on Super Dead also.
We do have some left, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'll warn you now, though.
Get ready for action and adventure with the Pirate Queen. Join the crew of the Star Raider as the Pirate Queen leads them in search of treasure and riches across
Nice
the galaxy.
audio, Clint.
This will be a 60-page book with lots of extras, including prints, trading cards,
Well,
bonus
this is
Pirate
the one.
Queen
This
art
isn't the
book,
right one.
and original
This isn't the
sketches
one,
by the
man.
artist.
This isn't the
Don't
one.
miss out on all
No,
the
no.
written
There's the
by
two
Mandy
trailers on there.
Summers with art by Clint Holinsky.
Oh. No,
Is
I
there-
think it's on the same campaign, but there might be like you might be able to get this. There might be two trailers up at the top. You know where you clicked on the trailer.
I know they
Yeah,
didn't change it.
Like this one?
that. No, that's him drawing it. Oh, did he take it down?
Yeah, I think it's down. There's only two.
Oh,
Well, his first
Actually-
trailer was legendary. So,
is it or is it that one? Because just as we quit out, it started with the effect.
yeah, it sounded like it was just starting with the explosion.
No, it's just him drawing.
And you get you get.
But it could
content
have been
strike
that
for
one,
you
but it's
get-
been a long
You
time.
get a content strike for that music. Thank you.
Probably.
Even though that is the music that comes with Windows Video Creator, and we got a copyright strike for that. That was it. Ah, right, the explosions were about to happen. Mandy says, "Yeah, go back onto that. Do it."
To where?
And that one we were watching before, that we said, "Oh, this isn't the right one." Apparently, it kicks in halfway through the effects.
All right, let's check that out.
And I would also recommend to people to go to Mandy's original Walk the Wizard campaign and watch the video there, because that is still the greatest comic book trailer ever.
So we're
Yeah, I
watching
know.
the one I initially started watching, right?
Yeah. I'd forgotten that it suddenly, of course, yeah, because you start watching it and you're like, oh no, this is cool, and then
Ready for action and adventure with the Pirate Queen. Join the crew of the Star Raider as the Pirate Queen leads them in search of treasure and riches across the galaxy. This will
Watch
be a
your ears in a minute,
book
though. I'm
with
not
lots of
lying.
extras, including prints, trading cards, bonus Pirate Queen.
Yeah,
art
you guys
book,
can talk because
and
I don't want to get
original
copyright claimed
sketches
for
by
it.
the artist.
It would fair use.
No, you're
Don't
good on
miss
this
out
one.
on all the fun. Written by Mandy Summers with art by Clint Holinsky. Pirate Queen.
Wow. Wow, it's on every panel. Dive.
no.
Yeah, he found all the effects.
Excellent.
Every effect, not an effect was spared.
So yeah, we gave him a hard time about that trailer for a while. And,
He's such a good sport about it, though. So
Oh yeah, I love Clint to death, man. Don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clint doesn't
make no
care.
mistake, Clint's awesome. Clint's a good sport about all that stuff. And
Mandy, ready for this?
Banag, I like Banag. Banag's my favorite. Oh, bling, bling.
Bling.
Ah!
she's narrating the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to read them all in her accent there, in your head.
That is great. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So those are some great campaigns. You guys should definitely check them out. I might have Mark pulling on again soon so we could do some US Assassin stuff, but I'm not going to do it without him here. But that's some great campaigns, and I implore all of you to go check them out.
Yeah, definitely.
If you truly are a Yoon-Fam member, you will go check out those amazing books and support my friends and read their awesome stories that help yourself as well, because you'll be better off for it, and your life will forever be changed.
Yeah,
We're really fun and swell guys.
Yes.
Way better than anything that DC or Marvel putting out at the moment.
Touche.
Not
As I've
difficult,
said, man, I just try to make the comics that I would want to read. And
yeah,
so, something fun, nice escapism. I'm not going to bash you over the head with any message. Have a good time. Enjoy.
I'm going to bash you over the head with the message that vampire whores must die.
Well, I can get behind the vampire whores must die movement, but
Mm-hmm.
I have some experience with that there. So
just, when you wander in the streets and you see somebody might look a little bit whorish, could be a vampire. Be careful.
It's just like all of my ex-girlfriends.
does not work out well sometimes. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything because I know some of them watch these when I'm on YouTube. I don't want to die. Yeah, I don't want to find a bunny's head in the pot on the stove.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being on today. You were great, and your stories are amazing and look awesome. I can't wait to check them out myself, and we're gonna do this again sometime. And I can't wait to be on Mandy's stream again with you guys. I usually share that.
I was going to go and do some work, but now I'm drinking beer, so
that's the end of that one.
It's Saturday.
This is probably all the work I'm doing on Saturday.
Taking the day off, man.
I don't know though. I say that, but then I work anyway.
Wait for the comment in the chat. Get back to work.
Athrun, you can set up a play session, but I'm not going to be on too long because I have another live stream tonight at like 10 p.m. that I have. So I will be in for a little bit. I will dive in there for a bit, but
dive into PlayStation. What are you going to be playing? What are you playing?
We usually play a bunch of stuff, like maybe Soul Calibur. I don't know, whatever they want to play. Tekken, Mortal Kombat. Like we have a ton of stuff that we all play together. I usually do play sessions with the members after my live streams on Saturdays. It's like one of the benefits of being a member of my channel. We all play together.
I've got a huge list of movies I've got to watch this week. We do every now and then over on Crystal McGee's channel. We do, I think it's once every 2 weeks. We do like a horror stream. Talk about all the horror news and like what movies we've watched and whatever. So I like to get a good few movies and to talk about.
And one of my members, Paulsa, he hosts an anime and a horror watch channel on our Discord that we all watch sometimes.
Cool. Yeah, but still reeling from the horror that was. I still know what you did last summer. I know what you did last summer. The new one. Shepherd. What?
Well, I had an amazing time today, and just tell people a little bit where to find you and pimp up your project one more time. And we'll start with you, Wyatt, and then we'll hit Mr. Peter, and then we're gonna
find me on Twitter at _Wyatt Holliday, 2 L's in Holiday. You can find me on YouTube at Wyatt Holliday. I've actually been doing some things recently, so getting some things going over there. And other than that, I don't be doing your Facebooking or your MySpacing or any of those things.
No, I don't.
Check out my campaigns, Heroin Adventure Magazine, a throwback to the classic pulp magazines of yesteryear, and of course, 64 pages of giant robot adventure with eternal armor. Check it out.
Dive into eternal armor.
Dive into giant robots.
Dive at a do.
Mandy says that Polton and her run MySpace.
I mean, I still have my MySpace account, but like it's really just like a bunch of like teenage and early 20s me with dyed black hair, like with a bunch of chicks and drinking.
Yeah. I've got my MySpace page. I can't log into it. Well, I can log into it, but I can't change anything because it says you need to verify your account.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me.
You click the verify thing and it does nothing.
Yeah. So I'm just Twitter.
I tried. I don't believe it. I don't believe in the resurgence of MySpace. I think that's a lie.
It's not even as fun as it used to be, because it used to be like your own little web page where you can have music playing in the background with a custom wallpaper, and like it was really fun. Now it just seems like a watered down version of like Facebook or something.
None of that shit works. You go to my MySpace page now, none of that stuff works anymore.
It's which sucks, because that was like my favorite thing about it. It was like having your own little web page, but it was very inventive for the time, and I never wanted to leave it because I thought it was excellent. But when Facebook came out, I was like, this is dumb. It's just like text on a white background. This is so dumb. And I don't feel like yelling and arguing with my family members like every day about how like evolution's not real and how like, you know, sharks are like created by the devil. So
they are.
I stay off of there. Sharks are not.
I didn't use any social media at all until
sharks and possums.
As somebody who majored in marine biology, sharks are not monsters. But I still will not go in the ocean anymore.
Yeah. I'm not going to go up and tickle one under the chin.
And I even look for shadows.
I've been
in the
reminded
shower.
also by the chat to not forget comicsavalon.com. You can find some t-shirts.
Yes.
Worth the Wizard, freaking Ardana, various other things affiliated with, us.
Look, there you go. That's
and
what we
Pete
might
and
do.
Mandy and
Might do with that huge poster size thing. We'd see if we can sell them on Avalon. I'm sure they must do huge poster size prints.
How many do you have of them, Pete?
There's only one. There's only one in existence, and it's the only one that will ever be signed. So
I got to get my hands on that. I got to figure out a way. I'm flying out to the UK right now.
I don't know when we get. I don't know if we're going to save it till like we close out, or
We do a 5-hour closeout stream for that.
or we might. I don't know. Go talk to Mandy. We haven't really talked about it.
has that
I
one
think
not
we'll
been put
do
on
this
the
one.
campaign yet? Like,
I don't know. No, we kind of said we'd give it away to someone. So.
yeah, I don't know. I've been missing it.
No, it wasn't cheap. And it's not going to be cheap to ship either. But
Peter, tell
Okay.
people where they can find you and promote your book
can-
one last time.
find me in Stoke-on-Trent in the UK. No, at Peter Gilmore on the Twitter. You find me from time to time on Mandy Summers' channel on the YouTube. I'm also going to start doing stuff with my YouTube channel. I keep saying this, but I'm actually working stuff out now. I'm getting it all sorted.
I'm sure Wyatt and I will come on whenever you want.
Wednesday. Well, I want to start doing like a good. People seem to have forgotten how to do. These like streams where a bunch of people come on to pimp their books out. People seem to have forgotten how to do that and make it fun. It's literally at the moment all you ever get is just like some dude talks about their campaign and then they move on. Some other dude talks about it and it's like, ugh.
Well, you got to
The
bring back
the ones
fun,
we
Pete.
Friday nights we still have a good laugh, But
Bring back
so
the
we'll
fun.
see what happens with that. I want to do that. I want to do some horror stuff on there as well. So yeah, there's that, and stay tuned for what we're doing on Wednesday.
Okay.
Sorry, I keep reading. I shouldn't do that. It's very unprofessional to read the chat.
Oh, it's fine. I do it all the time.
Yeah, but
The only reason why you can't tell is because I have a giant monitor right here, so I can just look at it.
I just have to keep an eye on what Summers is saying because she's very untrustworthy and she says stuff.
You too.
That's it. Twitter, YouTube, Mandy's YouTube channel. And also stay tuned for what we're doing after Jack the Ripper because me and Wyatt are doing something.
Oh.
I think we've kind of already told everyone.
Yeah, I think we've hinted at it. I mean, I think we've kind of talked about it a little bit. But,
Well, I say me and Wyatt. Mandy's on board as well, so it's like
yeah, Mandy will be working with us as well.
the
sequel to Rocket Gal, yeah.
Oh, cool.
So we've got Rocket Gal and Voyagers up the void, or from the void, sorry.
Well, yeah, the Voyagers from the Void.
Well, Wyatt, you
Yeah.
got to hit me up after that, and we'll work on something together. You can come up with some story.
So
You're a writer. I'm sure you got like 15 stories just in a drawer somewhere. You'll just pick one and pull it out. That's how writers work.
Yeah,
Right?
man, I got more ideas than I have time to.
Dude,
do.
you can draw a
Yeah.
fucking story for me. I've got like 1 million.
I will definitely do it. Pete, you say the word, I'll start it tomorrow. Like after I'm done her Pirate Queen picture. Definitely. All I want to do is draw. I'm so tired of like doing anything other than drawing, and I just want to draw.
Yeah, we'll probably have to talk off stream.
Yeah, definitely.
I might
got
have
a project that I'm like going to work on
things.
soon, but like the script's done and the characters are done, but I'm fine tuning it, and I'm probably going to give it to like Mark Polton to like overread before I finalize it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the writing, the art, the coloring, everything for
Nice.
the book, so it's going to take me a while.
Nice.
Yeah. The
And then
writing
I'm going to
bits,
get a bunch
the
of
writing
cool
bits
covers
easy.
from you guys. Wyatt, I even want you to draw me a cover.
No, sir, you do not.
I've seen your article.
Please, Mandy, I want to work. It's all I want to do is work. I'm tired of selling PlayStations and Xboxes to people all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And getting yelled at by Karens who like don't know a thing about games.
Yeah.
Why is this game $60, ma'am? Because every game is $60. And you're forgetting tax too. And we live in New Jersey, so the tax is like one of the highest in the country.
Okay.
But yeah, with that being said, guys, I want to thank everyone for joining the stream and having a bit of fun and hanging out with us. Thanks to our special guest, Mandy Summers. Be sure to check out Mandy Summers on Twitter and also her campaign for Pirate Queen 2. And check out Jack the Ripper on Indiegogo, and also check out Heroin Adventures magazine. Is that what it's called? Why? It's Heroin Adventures magazine, right?
Yeah.
And
yes, Heroin Adventure. Yep.
yeah. So
HeroinAdventure.com will take you right to the campaign. Not
There
the
you
kind
go.
of heroin like a 90s rock star, but the other kind.
So we're going to head off and we're going to jump over on PlayStation to have our members play session after the stream for a little bit. So I want to thank all you guys for joining me. And as I always say, we know how to pull this out. I love it. Thank you. And thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.